Hey, can you go to youtube.com/Therafin Corporation? I just want to make sure this is happening.
Hey, get off the staff room. Yeah.
This page isn't available.
Wait, what? Oh, Therafin Corporation. Can you click that live? Yeah, it should.
Okay. Thank you.
Ah,
It's working.
never done it this way. Sweet. Is it? Oh, there it is.
Yep.
It's a little delayed. Okay. Chuck, bye. I'm here. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi, Mr. Chuck. Oh, look different? I finished my basement. Just kidding. Obviously, this is not my basement. This is Therafin. We'll get started here in a few minutes. It's going well, Chuck. I have a mask on right now. Trying to social distance here at Therafin. Figured I'd do a live stream here today to show folks around the office. I may not get to show that center mount tray, but I'm gonna try to. I think there's one on the shelf, but I'm not totally sure. This is a new system I'm using. I don't know if I can. Oh, look at this. I can show myself. That's nice. And then I can show the back. So I'll show myself for now. I don't think I can respond to comments, but I can see them. Whew, it's hard to breathe in these things. Yeah, Chuck, I did inquire about the center mount tray. I know there's one, and I think it's on the shelf, but it might not be on the shelf. I didn't get here in time to check that out. Let me. Whew, can't breathe. Hi, Marie. Do you recognize this place? I figured it would be a nice change from my basement. And secretly, it's because my basement is a wreck right now. I'll wait still a few more minutes for other people to join. What I'm going to do today is I'm actually going to walk you through. Woo! I'm going to walk you through Therafin. So anyone that joins will be able to see what Therafin looks like and some of the operations we have going on. Chuck by. Good. Woo. Allergies mixed with the fears of COVID-19 make me a commodity during a time like this. Oh, yeah. Now, the worst thing is sneezing while you have a mask on your face. That is disgusting, but it cannot be prevented. All right. I'm going to wait a few more minutes. I'm going to mute myself here until we have some folks on. Thank you, Marie. I think I need blessings as well as some blessings for my mask here, who just got the brunt of my sneeze. All right, well, while I'm waiting for more people to join, I want to start by showing a few new products. So if you can see this, it's polycarb, so it's see-through, a little bit harder to see. But this is a sneeze guard that we are currently developing and producing as a custom order. Some of our local nursing home facilities have already purchased them. So this one, let's see if I can get an angle where you can actually see that. Clarendale Addison. This is one that we made for just a sample, so we could have one here to show. But if you guys are interested in one of these, let me take my mask off so you can hear me. If you guys are interested in one of these, or you know a facility that might be, you guys can send them to 1-800-THERAFIN or info@therafin.com, or to me personally. And what we're doing right now is we're building custom quotes and orders for any specific fixture or any counter space, really any customer point of contact that might be interested in specifically reducing germ transfer. So imagine on this side of the counter is a receptionist or some attendant, and then on the side that I'm standing, I'm just a visitor. A lot of these nursing homes are still required to stay open, and so there's high traffic at these locations. So we're building these sort of windows that'll go between reception and the actually high traffic, just to reduce that spread of germs. If you've been to a drive-through or a bank, a lot of these places that are still open right now are doing these DIY sort of fixtures, and they're oftentimes not as high quality as this is. This is a small example, but we actually just did an order that was, I think, 20 to 25 feet long. I mean, it was very long. But what we do is we have these platforms built in every 5 feet or so to make sure it's sturdy. It is outfit for each specific counter. So like I said, custom. And we're also going to release very soon, so stand by, a sort of standard product that you'll be able to buy from us, but on Amazon. So if some facility or some mom and pop shop wants to outfit their customer-facing counters, they'll be able to just go to Amazon. There will be 2 sizes available for order. So anyways, all right, we have a few people on. What I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna put my mask back on. Can you guys hear me all right with this mask? Just let me know if you can't. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna walk you through Therafin. I'm gonna show you a bit about what's going on. And I'm actually gonna need to scream a little bit, because once I walk through this door, there's overhead speakers to keep all of our staff sane. And it's pretty loud because we have machines still active right now. So as you can see here, must wear safety glasses. My safety glasses are my regular glasses. I have my mask on. All right, so here we go. So here, right, see there's a speaker right there. That's where all the noise is coming from. I'll show you this part first. This eyesore right now, because of all these boxes, is where our new product development is. And our new product development is where a lot of our items start in the very first process. So if you see there on the shelf, we have a Boss ramp in its early existence. So right when we started developing products for Baccia, they're sort of piled up here with some of the first articles and some other random outfittings. One of our first cases and the concepts, a lot of different random new product development going on here. Here's a table, all with different tools and measuring devices so we can develop new products here. And behind this right now, you can't see it, but it says new product development. We call it NPR. or MPL, new product lab. You see that? New product lab. Okay. The office space is where I just came from. And here we have our sewing department. My mask is off so you can hear me. I'm gonna put it back on while I walk through here. So here you have sewing machines, sewing machines, sewing machines. Say hi to YouTube Live. This is Teresa.
Hi.
She is working hard as usual. She's our supervisor of all the soft goods. So here you have lined up rows and rows of finished item numbers to be built into products. Then you have more here, different first articles and different samples to reproduce and recreate all of our many different items. Hello, hello, you're on YouTube Live. Say hi. We have many people still working here right now, and we're all social distancing, so we're sewing in full operation. Sewing, more sewing machines, more sewing machines. It goes on and on and on, right? Trying to stay off camera there, I see. Here you have our fabric rolled out, cloth face masks. Oh, we're gonna be selling cloth face masks. And I think there's one I might be able to show you guys here, but that was just told to me just now. Hey, Teresa, could you talk about the laser M8? So Teresa's gonna tell you, if you could talk loudly over the air compressor.
Oh, I'm usually loud enough. Hi, our M8 allows us to cut our fabric to precision sizes in a very fast and efficient way. It is technically a CNC fabric router.
Awesome.
Is that good?
That's great. Yeah, so we won't show you now, but this cuts out precision cuts of fabric like you see here all day long. We have a programmer here making sure everything comes out exactly the right size.
Yes.
All right, let me walk you through here. So I just turned around. Here we have our foaming department, which is pretty much where all of the custom seating systems come through. They get cut on this foam cutting saw right here, and then they come over here where it's where they are actually sprayed. Each layer has a glue spray that affixes each layer of the seating system to the other layers, and after that is when they actually go to be upholstered down this aisle I just showed you. So I'm walking through here, another foam cutting saw here. Over here we actually have I'll say a minor metal working shop where for some of our R&D and some of our brand new products, we can cut metal and we can shave metal and we can customize smaller fittings. Of course, if we have larger metal work that we need done, especially for prototypes, we'll sometimes get that sourced because we don't do a lot of metal work here, but we do enough. So we can definitely get started on all of our products actually here in-house. All right, so I'm gonna take you this way first. So I showed you the foam, I showed you the new product lab. Over here, we call this behind the curtain because there's literally a curtain, but this is where we have our CNC routers. This is a custom CNC router. And this is where the smaller items, the brand new products, some of the smaller one-offs will actually be routed on this. And then here we have two effectively identical CNC routers. Let's see if I can walk back. You have this one here and that one, and neither of them are running anything right now, but on a typical day at Therafin, you'll have product after product after product that is suctioned down onto a CNC by these little suction holes that come through on this material. You put the product or the wood slat on top of these molds. This machine sucks it down so it doesn't move around, and then the CNC router will actually cut it off. So we have endless products here, sort of stacked, all of their different shapes and sizes that we throw on the router with their different materials, and ultimately those become your products. This here is where we'll actually cut the lower level item numbers, like you see here. We have all the stacks of wood and all the stacks of polycarb, all sort of stacked up, coming from where the wood comes from originally. And then we'll take it here and we'll cut it down to size so that we're not always putting entire, it's less wasteful. We're actually gonna get the exact size of wood we need before we put it on the CNC routers. So I'll take you down here. This is Jeremy, the director of, operations. And he is loading a pallet on the very top. Jeremy, would you like to say hi to YouTube Live?
Hello, YouTube Live, and everybody watching.
All right, good luck with that. So just recently, we have begun expanding. Hey, Dion.
Hey, how you doing?
Doing well. I'm on YouTube Live here. All right. Just recently, we began expanding our facility to include, I believe, 40% more storage space. So this is our first step of many. This whole rack system here was just put in 2020, and we have many more to come. As you can see here, sort of the parts to build the racks. And so we're building higher and we're building wider. We're reducing unused space so that we can increase storage space and increase productive space. So going back to where I was earlier, remember I was behind the curtain. Now I'm on the other side of the curtain. We just call this the regular part of Therafin. That's behind the curtain. This is nothing. Here, hi Tanya. Don't be shy. Say hi to YouTube. That was Tanya. She's a jack of all trades. So here is where some of the trays are going to come right after they come off of the router. So you see you have all these half trays. They don't really have anything going on with them yet. These are clean off the router and have also been through sanding. So over here they'll be sanded by Dion and other people on the team so that they have a nice clean edge. And then they'll start getting stacked up over here. So all of these half trays are stacked up, stacked up, stacked up. You have melamine, you have laminate, you have polycarb. These are all half trays, and you have full trays. Trays, 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 trays. It goes on forever. We are the tray kings. There is no one else that can do trays like we can do. It really just never stops. So you have some rims here. We do it all. More boxes over here, some independent living, therapy items, more storage space. Here you have countersink machines where obviously you would be able to countersink holes so that you have nice clean finishes. This is a furnace where we're actually heating up items before we bend them. You want to say hi to YouTube Live?
Hey guys, how you doing?
Doing well. Here we have Jerry doing, I don't know what, maybe some duct work. What you doing, Jerry?
Electrical and air distribution for the new plant layout.
All right, so like I was just talking about, we're doing some different changes to the plant layout, and he's doing electrical and some different distribution necessary to get everything kind of up to code so we can move things around. So obviously if you look up above me, there's a lot going on that we just need to make sure complies with code regulations. So right now we have different lines that have always been color coded. We got red, we have green, we have blue. So there's green here, red. But ultimately what this new transition in the facility will do is remove the color coded lines to have a more open space diagram. So everything's a little bit closer to each other. The cohesion between counterparts as they assemble and as they manufacture will be easier. Everyone can sort of see each other. So right now, if I'm standing here, I can't really see what's going on over there, and I'm tall, right? This is eye level. So imagine someone whose eye is right here. It's not very conducive to teamwork. So we're trying to make it more of an open layout feel where everyone can see everyone, just make it a lot easier to work together that way. We have a thermoformer here. Don't know how many of you have used these before, but this is how you're actually going to be able to form fit different fabrics and different materials to their either tray or other different parts that we make. So that way, if you have, let's say, a padded half tray, you're going to put the pad around one of these little doodahs, put it on a thermoform, and it'll form fit perfectly to the half tray. So that way it doesn't look like it was done by a 3-year-old, but it looks real professional. It has really nice seams. That's when it'll go over to the sewing department and they'll put those finishing touches on it. All right, here, I'll social distance and I'll go this way. So once all of that is done, and I'm sure I'm missing a ton of different items, but once all that is done, it comes all the way over to inspection. Parts are inspected and assembly is checked. All that happens right here. Different tools to do that with. Hey, Holly, say hi to YouTube.
Hey, hi.
Holly's one of our shipping gals. And Jeff is another shipping guy.
Stop in before you leave.
Julie's calling to me. I will be there. All right, Jeff, you're on YouTube Live, Jeff.
Hi.
So Jeff and Holly are two of the main shippers back here. So all of these products stacked up in boxes are ready to go out. So when they get orders, if it's on the shelf, they take it off the shelf, package it nice and beautifully into our Therafin boxes, and that's when it goes right out. A lot of our standard products go out same day or next day. If the product's not on the shelf, we go back to where I started, manufacture it, and it goes through the whole process. Then we have a loading dock. A loading dock is where we send out and receive products. So we have our own delivery truck that we actually deliver local items to. And then we have FedEx as our main shipping provider for everything else. Last but not least, I'll show you a little sneak peek into what we're thinking or what we're doing to develop a new website. So right here is our new photo booth. And this photo booth, we have in order to, don't worry, I am authorized, in order to retake all of our product photos. So we have many, many, many different products. So we have all of our lights, camera, laptop, more lights, and this is all to take photos. So a lot of work to do, a lot of photos to take. And there's actually a procedure right now so that the whole company can take photos together. So that's sort of nice. All right. And that's all I got for you. So I'll go back to the other side of the world. Julie, I'll be back. This is where it all goes down here. We have our social distancing lunch layout. Ping pong and foosball and TV, which during these sad times is unfortunately not being used. Every Thursday when we're not under COVID-19 regulations, we're eating popcorn. And every day when we're not under these regulations, we get some coffee. We have all of our kitchenry, space free for grabs, except not right now. So here's where customer relations lives. This is my office over there. I won't show you the inside of it because it's embarrassing. So customer relations has a lot of different products sort of laying around. Some of them are from past shows. Some of them are for upcoming shows. But really it's there's no rhyme or reason over here. They're laying around because it's easy to train. It's easy to get a good feel of what we need. If a customer calls, sometimes we'll actually come over here and look at something to actually have it in our hands while we describe it to them. So whenever you're calling in, you're getting someone that sits at these desks. Well, typically right now they're all at home, but on a normal week, that's where they are. More offices there. You have Karen who sits here. She is our kind of the face you see right when you walk into Therafin, and she does all of our accounting. And then Tiffany here works with her as well. And then that leads me back to where we started. So that's Therafin. Hopefully it wasn't too boring. I do want to show a couple other random products. So I showed you this at the very beginning. This is our Therafin Sneeze Guard. Again, you can order these. Call 1-800-THERAFIN or email info@therafin.com. Subject Sneeze Guard. It'll help us prioritize those for you guys. This is a new product. It can be customized to any counter space. This is just one of many options. Over here, I showed this last week. Well, I showed a picture of it, but this is our Kickstarter. It's called the Stand Spot, and it's a little bit disassembled right now. We would typically have 2 more shelves on the back with monitors, but this is a modular standing or sitting desk, and we manufacture this as well. It's on a Kickstarter, which means we're actually hoping to raise, our goal is $50,000 to begin production on this item. Right now, we are not looking like we're gonna make that goal. So if any of you know any millionaires that want to give us some money for this product, just kidding. Actually, I'm not, but you know what I mean. So this is a product that we're hoping will be successful, but right now is on Kickstarter. So if you know anything about Kickstarter, that's sort of a gamble. We're hoping to get the money to make it. Don't know if we will. And then over here, this is our least relevant product. It has nothing to do with rehab. This is called a Trail Chef. This is our SUV version. It's just a prototype, but the goal of this is actually to mount in the back of an SUV. So imagine you open your 5-door SUV. If you see this is gonna be hard to do with one hand, but I'll sort of do it little by little. So it's nest inside a nest inside a nest. You pull this out, you have your single burner stove, you have your cutting board. Then again, one hand, try to do this here. I'll set you down for a second. There we go. Then you can pull it out further. You have a collapsible sink here. You have your 7-gallon water jug. You have a little bit of pantry space, we call it. Some straps to put all your spices and whatnot. And then up here, you have an attic. So you have your polycarb. Obviously, you recognize all of the materials used here. You can put your lawn chairs or your tent or food, whatever you have up there. But this is a typical tailgating or camping or road tripping little experience that you can just mount right there in the back of your car. If you go to scenicgear.com, scenicgear.com, you can actually see some of these products available for purchase. So Scenic Upgrade Your Adventure is this little brand that we've invented for people who are campers. Barry says, can you email a picture of the sneeze guard that can be forwarded to customers? Any pricing? Barry, we're working on pricing right now. So right now I don't have a clear-cut answer for how much each one would cost. The reason being is, and I'll kind of look at this while I talk. The reason being is each one is so custom. It could be this size or it could be 20 times this size. But what I will say, let me take my mask off so I can think. What I will say is there is a PDF right now available. Go to therafin.com/PDF/Therafin Sneeze Guard .pdf. I know that's a mouthful. I would paste it right now, but I'm on my phone and I don't think I have the ability to comment. I can only see your comments. So again, that's therafin.com/PDF. www.therafinsneezeguard.pdf. And Barry, if you have issues with that, I will send it out. My plan to the same email list that I send these reminders out for this live stream is to send out that PDF with more information. I haven't gotten there yet because I assume a lot of people will be asking the same question you're asking about pricing, and I don't really have the easiest answer for that right now, though you can order it now. The only thing is we don't have a standard pricing yet, but we're working on that. So yeah, please send to your customers. So yeah, anyways, that's all I have for you today. Obviously I do have some Therafin product, but it's the same product I've been showing the last few weeks. So if you're interested in anything specifically, you can comment now and I'll give you a sort of a quick overview of that. If you just want a general overview, you can actually go back through our videos on our YouTube channel and see both last week and the weeks before the live streams. And we're also uploading new videos. So there's maybe 8 or 10 brand new videos in the last couple of weeks where we do a real professional overview of one specific product or product group. So definitely subscribe to our YouTube channel. You'll be able to see some of the new items we have and be able to follow along. So obviously this week has been a little different. I came to Therafin, I walked you through the shop, hoping to keep it interesting so you don't just have to look at my face in my basement every week. But please, like I asked last week, please email me if you want something specific, if you want to hear from someone specific. Maybe you want to hear from another Therafin person, or you want even an interview where I talk with someone and we kind of go back and forth. Whatever format you're hoping would be helpful for you or for your different accounts, please let me know. And with that, I will show you that I have a mustache now. Yep, I shaved and no longer have a big burly beard, but instead a tiny childlike mustache. So guys, thanks for tuning in. And with that, I will sign off and I'll see you next time. Thank you very much. Take care and stay safe.